Greetings everyone, here's Lodrick again, and this is the game War in the Pacific Admins Edition. This is my play-by-email match against KilRoy. We playing the Scenario 1 on the new game version 27. KilRoy also got the American working torpedoes. And at the start of the war, so no delay, this is Mark 13, 14, 15 torpedoes. And we are already in the first week of April. I detect and sweep some mines at Tarawa. Well, let's see if there's any activity. So far, KilRoy's carriers are still all active. We had, I think, no real carrier battle. I was able to sink some of his cruisers and maybe up to 5 battleships. But battleships are maybe a little outdated already. So my submarines are still missing the enemy destroyers at Pearl Harbor. No surprise. So no navy battle. And my carrier is only detecting my own fleet so far. So you get over these blue reports. In bad weather. And I sweep Calcutta. And looks like there is some enemy Flying Tigers and Full Mat 2 on cap. So I have here an air battle. I can still achieve victory. I have still the numbers. So 40 against 30, or not completely 30, but I'm not sure if this is really correct, but this would be a skillful victory for me, 1 against 8. But I am sweeping the base, so I have maybe also disabled or damaged airplanes lost on the way home. We will see. And also additional ground attacks against Marshall Islands. More ground forces getting destroyed. And my elite pilots coming late. Want to have some additional kills. Maybe one more kill. A nice sweep here at 20,000 feet. This will simply keep the fatigue of the pilots low. Over 20,000 feet you have always this additional stress for pilot and airframe. This is KilRoy's Australian bomber wings attacking my forces. And some allied ship is sinking. More ground attacks against British forces here. A lot of equipment getting destroyed. And Catalinas out of Nomaya, attacking here my cargo ships and Luganville, and unluckily or luckily for KilRoy I have no cap fighters just now up. but they don't have torpedoes and hit nothing. But this is an alarm signal for me, or indication that I must keep running on Luganville non-stop, or at least with higher numbers than I have now. Overall, this was not a so active turn. Still sinking sounds over the map, and this is maybe at least a double sinking. But now, Edesigato was successful. Found my carrier. He has a Corvus-C, and I get a torpedo hit. But luckily, only one torpedo hit. This is a Mark 14, so similar powerful than the Japanese torpedoes. Akagi got one hit. So after so many failed torpedo attacks on my side against KilRoy, this was the second submarine attack against one of my carriers, so it wasn't the first one, but the second one was successful already. Good, my forces arrive in Chengdu. I can take down the fort, inflict damage. Soon the city will be mine. Nachang, more bombardments. Simply to consume KilRoy's supplies and create a little damage. And attack on Colombo. I think the second or third attack, I'm not more sure.
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your #1 enemy, Orphan Anne, from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the imperial government announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Colombo.
So, the capital of Ceylon is also under Japanese control. I have here some casualties, but overall I would say acceptable. And this is all more or less base force equipment, not much fighting force, so you have here very high numbers of non-combat support units getting destroyed, and also guns and vehicles, but no air force. So KilRoy was able to get his air force out of Colombo in time, but the port is now under Japanese control. So, and this is the biggest shipyard here in the West India. There's also a shipyard in the west coast of India, but it's much smaller. And the Allies, they cannot build up shipyard size. The Japanese can do this. Yeah. So they also make. Oh no, the Allies. This is a Chinese Corps division crossing here the river and getting defeated more or less. I'm not so sure if KilRoy only tests the waters or if he won't get rid of these units because they're all broken, and then after they're getting destroyed, they spawn back. I think 2 months later, come back in Chongqing for free with a third of the attack power. So some allied players, they do this simply to burn through their Chinese units. This of course will create points for the Japanese player, but if you don't play for points, then it's have not much impact. So it was normally an okay day, but getting a torpedo hit on Akagi is a little unlucky event. So my zeros are, well, I would say these are true numbers here, the 20 to 4. So, but they don't add up. So you can see that 16 plus 4 is already 20, and then they have normally 21, 22, 23, 24. So here are 24 reported Allies kills, but in reality only 20 airframes getting destroyed. So I don't know if maybe these Flying Tigers are less, I don't know. Anyway, still there's many destroyed Fulmars and Flying Tigers together over Calcutta, and I have only light losses. I don't even have a dead pilot, only one missing pilot, plus 2 wounded. Not so bad. Ship sunk. Last turn. Nothing. I mean, there was at least 3, maybe even 4 sinking sounds from the allies, but only the sounds. Whatever it was. And it was not a submarine sinking. So no change in China. My forces are... Mongolia forces are running north or west. Chengdu will sooner or later fall. I still block Chongqing. The industry must normally be now off. So there's no additional supplies coming for KilRoy because also the Burma road is closed long time already. So nothing else here normally in China. I defeated here this attack on this new Chinese corps crossing the border. Maybe they're also low on supplies, so they didn't really fight more with high efficiency. The big win for me was take Colombo, and it looks like no damage. Everything is fine. That did not happen too often. So all the base is in perfect shape for me. So the most important 2 bases on Ceylon are already under Japanese control. Now I can make it slow and simply clean up Ceylon in the rest of the months. Yeah. Here is really not too much to say and see. I only don't have really enough supplies. I'm catching up with Australian forces. At the same time, they're running away. And this is only 1 unit, so the rest is already maybe in Katarina. The defeat of the turn for me was here. Akagi, the torpedo hit, and the damage is for only 1 torpedo powerful, strong. The major damage is maybe not so much, but you can see that the engine hit was strong. With 32 engine hit and 24 major damage on engine, so 1 boiler room is more or less completely flooded. And this will normally... This I cannot fix more with a repair ship. I have to more or less call Akagi to return to Japanese home islands and go under repair. And I would say, with this kind of damage, I would say roughly 2 months repair time. Roughly speaking. I am also a little low on fuel, so maybe I must call back this carrier strike. There was 1 bad American submarine looking in the deep seas. I have here some ships coming to the Marshall Islands, so maybe some reinforcements, maybe mine layers, I don't know. Reported mine layers, but can be also cargo ships. Yeah, and my air wing making the strike over Calcutta was here. So you can see that I had here 45 airframes. I have here now 43. 3 are damaged, 1 is in reserve. And I lost 2 pilots last turn here. 1 wounded in action and 1 other is missing in action. So I lost here really 1 pilot, and the other one is only missing. And you can see that experience is nearly 80, air is high, defense high. This is an elite wing with, you can see, a lot of good pilots, a lot of missions, and also some kills. But it's not a super elite killer. This is Ito. So I think this was the best pilot in my first game against KilRoy. This campaign, he is still good, but he's still only 9 kills. Could be more, but yeah, maybe later. So, okay, see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.